Hey, what's up you guys? It's Emmy and I am back here to talk to you about the new Alyssa Edwards palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I received this palette in my PR package recently, but I had the flu and it was nasty. So I'll spare you those details. I mean, the flu was nasty, not the palette. I love the palette. You're gonna see. It's very pigmented. The blue shade Dream It had a little bit of fallout. The rest of the shades didn't have any issues with them. They blended beautifully. Yes, it is my PR package, but no, this video is not paid for. I've been wanting to film this for a while, but like I mentioned before, I have been really sick. I am not gonna lie, this is not the first time I'm using it. I used it on my Instagram already. I wasn't able to film that look. I was still kind of getting over the flu whenever I did that look. But, you know, it's there, and there's other looks there if you want to check them out. And I plan to do more things like that in the future. Festival looks, special effects, yada, 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 blah, 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 fill in the blank. Emmy's gonna do it. Emmy's here to do the makeup. Bitch. No, you're not a bitch. I am. I mean, like, I can be, but, you know. I'm really awkward. You'll get used to it. The palette was sent to me in this big, beautiful box. They really outdo themselves with these packages. I honestly, you know, don't know, like, how they come out with them so fast and so neat. It opens like French doors, and it is hot pink inside. Let's talk about this mirror. It's all blinged out. It says Beast on it. It's got these beautiful, beautiful gems. So pretty. I feel like this is one of those mirrors that you just can't feel ugly when you look into it. Like, I'm like ugly as hell, but I'm looking in this mirror like, bitch, I got cheekbones. Ooh. And let's talk about this fan. It's so pretty. Like, doesn't it just... You just want to like sit by the pool, like, fan me, darling. Fan me, fan me. And of course, the palette, it's absolutely beautiful. It is very pigmented, and even if I did not get this in my PR package, I would be purchasing this palette. I absolutely love the color selection. It is so me. I love using crazy colors and pigmented bright colors, and that's just something that I would spend my $45 on, but you can form your own opinion after you watch some handy dandy YouTube videos on this palette like you are right now. So I'm just going to close it now. I'm not going to sit here and blah blah blah. You're probably like, Emmy, just get to the makeup, just do your eyes, can you just do them? Yes, I can get to the makeup. So first I'm going in with my P. Louise base in shade 0. I'm just going to be patting it in with a large tapered brush. I'm just patting it in there, and if you need to go back to your other eye, which I probably will, go ahead. And I also shove a whole bunch of P. Louise in my under eye. Probably not good when you have allergies, and I'm saying that as a girl with allergies. So as you can see, some of it is creasing, but that's mainly because I have really creasy eyebrows. I have really creasy eyelids, which if your eyelids do this too whenever you try and put eyeshadow bases on, don't worry about it. Just, you know, go back in right before you apply the shadow. I'm going to take a little bit of this leftover foundation on my beauty blender, and I'm just going to put it on here because I don't know about you, but I don't think white lines on the outside of my eyeshadow looks all that good. Buff out that P. Louise just a bit. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, now that I'm done being weird, I lied, I'm never done being weird, we can move on. Yeah, I'm gonna go in with this yellow color, Brick Road, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start up here, and I always put my outer color about here. I'm going to make an oval shape, if you will. And we are going to look absolutely ridiculous during this process because that's eyeshadow. I am using a firm blender brush. It's good for packing on color. It is a Sigma Blending E25 brush. It is absolutely wonderful for blending and for packing on color. I'm sure you guys are doing a whole lot better at this than I am right now. That's for sure. So I'm just gonna take this blending brush. It has nothing on it. I know it looks a little yellowish, it's stained. It is a Morphe M514 brush. It's just a standard blending brush. It's pretty loose, it's not firm. I don't pack color on using it, but it is good for blending out edges whenever you don't have any color on it. I know I said this was going to be an Alyssa Edwards palette tutorial, and I promise this is going to be the only time that I'm dipping into another eyeshadow. I am going to go into my Samfield Beauty, this overused palette that I have here, and I am going to be using this green color right here because I am using a blue color from the Alyssa Edwards palette next, and I just feel that the colors would transition nicer with just a little bit of green. So remember the Remember the brush that we blended out the yellow with? We're just going to take a little bit of that green color and we're just going to smooth it right into the crease. And because this brush is such a soft brush, it is basically blending that color for you. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid to take the brush that you put on your yellow with and go back in with a little more yellow. If you have to put more yellow on, girl, boy, you do it. I know I'm probably speaking so weird. I wonder if I sound like robotic or something. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm really anxious. And I was told to stop apologizing so much, and I'm really trying, okay? I'm trying. For the lower lid, I am going to go in with this ABH brush, the one that comes with the palette, the one that pretty much comes with other palettes, and I'm going to use the small side, and I'm going to pack on the color right underneath my lash line. Make sure it's all in there. And I'm just going to take the other side of it with just a little bit of Yellow Brick Road. And I'm just going to make sure that blend is nice and smooth in the way that I prefer it. If you don't prefer to go back in with a little more yellow, you do you. But for me, I like a more natural look. Natural. You are never going to see natural on this channel. I mean, you might. I shouldn't put my foot in my mouth. I'm going to go in with this color, Dream It. And I'm going to be using the same brush that I originally applied the yellow with. And I'm going to be going right in this green area where the green is. And if you're like me and you're feeling like you could use a little bit more blend of a transition color, like a green, go right back in with that green. So I'm just patting Dream It down into my crease area. And similar to the green eyeshadow, I'm going to be taking the ABH brush from the palette and using the small side and completing that oval shape. It is looking like some crazy shit up in here. So I get a little bit softer once I get to my inner corner. Oh, I poked myself in the eye. Why? Why must I? I'm going to take that soft Morphe brush and I'm going to go in with more green. Just because I feel like it's lost its hue. Feel free to put some blue on it. I am just going to be using this really old, messed up tapered brush from Wet n Wild, and I'm going to be cutting my crease with it using a little bit of P. Louise base. So I like to look forward whenever I cut my crease, and then I start about here. And I'm going to be doing a half cut crease today. So once I see where it's about to go right here, I come over this way. And I put a little here, and I look up, and then I kind of stretch my eyebrows up. I know it looks crazy, but I don't really care for my eye shape, and when I cut here, and then I cut here. I just make sure that the curve of the cut is everything I am looking for it to be. Going in with the shade Inspire, I'm going to be taking this little pencil crease brush and I'm going to be putting it right here at the front. I know that the P. Louise base transferred with some of that green and blue color, but you really don't have to be worried about that once you start packing the metallic pigment on. But if you are worried, you could always wipe off your lid with a little bit of makeup remover and a cotton swab, or you can cut it again and go over what looked muddy with the base. Sometimes whenever I get to this part, I just take a little bit of my finger because it's just so much smoother this way. I'm going to be using one of the pigments that they sent me today in this cute little box that says pigments on it. It's really cute. It's got a little like drawer that kind of comes out with all the pigments in it, and I'm going to be going in with this bronzy color, Desert. If you're like me and tend to get messy a lot with loose powders, you could take some setting spray. Today I'm going to be taking some Dewy Set by ABH, and I'm going to spray it onto the P. Louise brush. Scoop up some of that pigment right there. I'm going to go right up here, almost in the middle, but more toward the outer corner. And I'm going to pack on a whole bunch of pigment and stuff it all up in my wrinkly eyelid. So you don't want to go too far over. You don't want to go too far out. Once you have a good bit packed on there, you can go back in with the lighter shade and blend it out. So now the lighter gold is blended into the darker gold. Inspire is blended into the desert. Now we have an inspiring desert with the Ninja Turtles, or wherever the heck this is going. So I'm gonna go back in with that blue shade and that original firm blending brush, and I'm going to get this ugly gap that's right here, and I'm gonna fill it in pretty heavily with that blue shade. Using that same pencil crease brush that I've been using, I'm going to take a little bit of P. Louise and make a nice base for the inner corner highlight that we're about to apply. And I'm just gently dragging it around. I'm not doing anything particularly special or amazing. So this is probably one of my biggest secrets, and not so big of a secret. It's not so big of a secret that I absolutely love Bitter Lace Beauty. I'm always tagging them on my Instagram. This is the Unicorn Dreams highlight palette, but the big secret is that I never film with it because I've put this poor baby through so much hell. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be going in with this yellow shade, Stardust, and we're going to be putting it on the inner corner. I'm going to grab some of that pigment in my poor little broken pan, and I'm going to be doing the same motions whenever I put the base down for the inner corner highlight. Blend this out as best you can. It doesn't need to be the most blended thing you've ever seen. This might seem weird, especially since I have allergies. I will take my beauty blender and put it on my cheek and just kind of like, whoop. You see? Now you can see all of your inner eye without actually stretching your actual eye. So take a little bit of P. Louise, if you want to do this part, and I just drag it right here. Now that it looks real weird, you're gonna cover all that white with black. Going back into the Alyssa Edwards palette, I'm taking this black color called Beast. I'm going to be using this little brush. It came with my Urban Decay electric palette. This side is tapered but fluffy enough to blend under eye with. I'm going to press with my blender again. Let's do the other one. Yeah. So now I'm going in with my color lit lashes in the style Enough. So I went ahead and finished the rest of my face and went ahead and finished my highlight, my lips, everything. I used the same highlight on my cheek as I did in my inner corner. So if you guys like that, you should definitely pick it up. I'm talking so fast. Anyway, if you would like to see a face makeup tutorial from me, more in-depth, I would love to do that. Just today, I was trying my very best not to go too off topic. I was trying to keep this tutorial to basically my eyes and talk about the new Alyssa Edwards palette, and I really love this palette. It is a yay for me, and I am ready to set my face. I'm going to be setting my face with Dewy Set Spray. I use a lot because I'm extra. And of course, to fan it, that is everything for today's tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed making it, even though I was completely awkward and poking myself in the eye 5 or 6 times whenever I was filming it. And I hope that you weren't just here to make fun of how awkward I am because you saw my last video. And I hope that you come back and come check me out because I'll definitely be posting more. So until next time, bye.